Good afternoon everyone, it's Ali and welcome to today's video. So today I am making a piece of ephemera to go in a journal that I'm making, and it's this here. So I've used a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock and it just flips up there. Okay, we've got a little pocket there and then it opens that way. Oh, got a piece of paper. We've got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there and pocket there. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to bind it in the middle of my signature so it can open that way. If you don't want to do that, you could just use it as a piece of, you know, standalone ephemera and put it in a pocket. So I'll show you how I made it. So I'm going to score at 4, 8, turn it round and score at 4 and 8. Now I'm making a 2 signature journal, so I'm going to make 2 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to do the same again. 4, so I'll put one in the middle of each journal. Or it doesn't have to be in the middle. I can just put one in a pocket maybe, I'll see anyway, but just thought I'd make 2. Okay, so that's all the scoring done. Really easy to make, there's nothing to them. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get my bone folder and I'm just going to go over my score lines. Okay, we are going to cut some of them off, so let's just do this one. I don't know which side I want. Right, okay, so we'll do this one first. Okay, so what you need to do first, you need to get rid of, I'll do it that way because you'll be able to see. We need to get rid of this square here at the bottom. So just carefully cut up there, cut your square off. Okay. And we also want to get rid of this square here at the top. Again, just take your time cutting along your score lines. Can't see that score line very well. It's better. And then as you can see, it's pretty save them because they're going to do for the pockets. Okay, so it's going to be, let me go, it's like that. Okay, so that comes up, that comes down and that goes in, so it's really self-explanatory. What I'm going to do is cut a little slither off that bit and a little slither off there, just so they fold over neater, because they're a little bit too long. So I'm just going to take a little bit off there. Oh, it's not cut it. Why is that not cut? There we go. Okay, so that's gonna come down. So I'm going to take quite a bit off the top. Okay, so that I like it. This one I've not done it as far. I've done it a bit further down, but I prefer a little bit more space. You know, where's my piece gone? Let me show you what I mean. Here, the pieces come right the way down, but I prefer it a bit shorter like that. Okay, so we've cut them. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put a thumb notch here. I'm going to put a thumb notch here. I'm going to try and trim this just a little bit, just with my scissors, just to make it fold up that little bit easier. Because we've trimmed the bottom, that's better. It just, you know, so it's not touching right on that crease line there. Now then, what did I do on that pocket? Did I do a thumb notch? No, this pocket I just left as it is, but you can do what you want. You know, that doesn't look straight. Let me just straighten that up. That's better. Yeah, you could I'm going to make a little pocket there, so I'm going to use one of these that I've got left. Okay, so I'm just going to cut down. Okay, put it the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah, let's have a little up. We'll have it going up on this one. Little up tuck. So like I said, you can do your pockets, whatever. You don't even have to make them into pockets if you don't want to. So I'm just going to glue 2 sides, sorry. And I'm going to put that there. Okay. Now I'm going to use another piece to make a little pocket there. That just fits nicely on there. Yeah, I think it'll be nice in the middle of a journal. And then what I did, I just sort of cut a little sliver. Just that much. Just then they're not touching each other. Let's just do this one. Yeah, then you've got that little space there to put it into the middle of your journal. I'm just going to glue this. So you want to put glue down here and glue down here and a bit of glue down the middle and just lift it up. Okay, now you could put lace along here, you could put oh my goodness, Velcro dots to keep them closed. I might do that actually, I'm not too sure. And then that piece I'm going to fold underneath like that, and then it just folds up. You can either have it like that, or you can, like I said, glue it into the middle of your signature, which I think is what I'm going to do. And then I use this last piece here. I'm just going to fold it in half. Just going to, where's my little trimmer? Just so we've used all the paper. And then what I did was I just made, that's a little bit smaller than that. Let's just straighten it up so they're both the same size. Didn't do a very good job of that, did I? At all. Looked like I'd done it with my eyes shut. Okay. And then I put another little pocket on the bottom as well. Just gonna, don't have to, but I'm just using the rest of the card. So you can make this out of one sheet of 12 by 12. You could make it out, you know, you can do it smaller if you want to. Just change your measurements a little bit. And again, I'm going to cut just a little bit off that end. Put that on there. And then it's just doing a little bit of embellishing. So we'll do the other one. And I also wanted to round my corners here. Yeah, I think they look nicer with the corners rounded. And I might put some Velcro dots. I might just leave it because when they're in the middle of the signature, it might stay shut. So as you can see now then, oh, I put a pocket there on that one, didn't I? But I've put 2 on this pocket. So it's up to you. You could put another pocket there. I'm just going to leave it. So we've now got a pocket there, a big pocket there, pocket there, pocket there, little up tuck there, and a little pocket there. Yeah, so that's the first piece. So let's do the second one, then we'll do a little bit of embellishing. That paper's quite nice. My bird's upside down. That's the only thing, so I'll have to stick something over it. I don't want to leave it like that, it'll annoy me. Right, so let's do the same here then. So we're going to cut out this bottom one. You know, you could do it the other way around. You could have your flap on the other side. You just switch, you know, if you wanted it to fold in from the left, just change your cutting about. It's up to you. And then this one. Does anybody else lie awake at night when you can't sleep and just think of projects you can do, and then it comes to you and you think, I'll have to write it down because I'll have forgotten about it in the morning? Or is that just me that does that? I have a little notepad at the side of my bed. Yeah, I do. Okay, and again, I'm going to cut these down. I could probably do it in this one actually. A little bit. Right, let's just have a look at that. Yeah, and let's put this down. So again, yeah, we've got that little gap there. Anywhere else I need to cut? No, I don't think I need that for the minute. Right, let's sort this out. So let's cut in here again. And let's just notch in so that it folds nicely. Right, that might be enough actually. We'll do a little bit on this side. Okay, let's do a thumb notch. Am I doing that the right way? Oh, hang on, I've got it the wrong way. I nearly did the thumb notch in the wrong side then. This way. Okay, and then again I'm just going to trim off here just so it closes nicely. You know, you could always put a piece of paper if you don't want to put a pocket, you know, for writing on. And I'm just going to trim that edge just a little bit, sticking over a little bit like that. Let's do the corners. So it's Sunday afternoon when I'm doing this, the 22nd of June. It won't be long going up, I wouldn't have thought. I've not got many videos in the bank at the moment, so yeah, it won't be long going up. Okay, so there's that one. Let's just trim that little piece of paper off the top there. Anything else I need to cut? Right, let's put some pockets on. So let's just cut that in a diagonal. Actually, we want one in a diagonal and one, and then we'll put the other in the middle. Okay, right, so we're going to have two pockets here again. Just trim a little bit off the edge and a little bit off this edge. Okay, let's just put a thumb notch in. Right, let's glue them down then. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do, isn't it? If you have a little think about playing with paper, it's amazing what you can make with paper. I've got so many 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper pads that I need to use. So it's nice when I find projects to use them with. Right, I think this time we'll put one up there. Let's just cut it down a little bit. We'll put one there. Yeah, and then we'll put one here. I want it that way. Let's just cut the okay, and put that one there. Right, now we want to glue down the middle. Yeah, glue down the sides. Okay, shut that up there. That comes over. Just make sure it's going to fold up. Yeah, it folds up nicely. Nothing's sticking out. Right, let's do a little bit of embellishing then. Let me just get rid of these scrappy bits of paper. Bird. Should we do flowers on this one? I think this is one of my many trays of flowers. Let's have a look. What colour do we want? We want something pinky, don't we? I can't use my oh, you know, my glue gun thing that my lovely friend Elizabeth sent me, because I've only got these big bottles and I haven't got a little bottle that I can decant it in. I'm going to have to buy a little bottle of Nouveau, then I can decant the big ones in. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. So there we go then. Our 2 pieces of ephemera for today. I'm pleased with them. I think they'll be nice, won't they, in the journal? So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you're feeling inspired. Let me know if you're going to make some more when you've made some. Yeah, and as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.